Greetings, brothers and sisters. I'm Pastor Davis, and I just wanted to welcome you to our new Wednesday inspirational and motivational format. God laid it on my heart that we should do something different. We should be more innovative and creative with the messages that we present to you. So, from this point, we will begin today with short inspirational and motivational messages, which I hope that will encourage you and inspire you to be able to help each one of you grow in your ministries. This is not something that is set in stone. It is a tryout. And of course, you will let me know whether or not it is something that will be beneficial to you and for you. And if so, we will continue it, or if not, we will discontinue it. And perhaps we may make some changes as time go by. So with that short message, we will begin our new innovation, inspirational, and motivational series. So I'll see you on the flip side of this message. Okay? Greetings, brothers and sisters. I'm Pastor Davis, and welcome to our Wednesday's inspirational and motivational conversations. It is good to be with you again today, and I thank you for welcoming me into your homes and into your hearts that we may share some information regarding the lifting up and building of God's kingdom. And on today, we will continue our conversations on thought. And I will begin by talking about the power of thought. When we think about our thoughts and how powerful it can be, let us go to the book of Genesis, and we think about what God did in the beginning when He created the universe. Everything that is in the universe as the creation was created by the thought of God. And when we look over there in our Bibles in John chapter 1, the Bible tells us that in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So we see that in the beginning of creation, how God thought creation into being. So when we think on how God thought creation into being, we think about where we are today in terms of our living in a lack, a limitation, and then a part of us are living in prosperity. So we ask the question, why is there so much poverty and lack and fear in the world, and there's so little prosperity that is in the world? Well, we understand that God created everything in His own way, in His own time, and He gave it to us that we may be able to use as co-creators in this universe. You see, God created the most important tools for us, and that was we begin with the air, we begin with light, we begin with water, and so all of this becomes one big ball of energy that we can use to be able to create anything else there is. You see, when we live in our houses, driving our cars, using our computers, and all of these things. God did not create them, but man created them. But God gave us the tools to create them, and God gave us the inspiration to be able to go out and do all of these things. So with that, we have in our minds the ability to think anything into existence because we are co-creators with God. And if we're co-creators with God, we are only one idea away from being successful. So that comes to our ability to be able to think good thoughts. And when we look at the universe, we look at the world that we live in, and we look at our educational system and our government, and even in our churches, we seem to be having a dumbing down of our abilities to think good thoughts and to be able to produce good results. And when this is taking place, it's very difficult to be able to manifest all of the necessary things that we seem to want to have because we are being dumbed down. A lot of us don't even want to get up in the morning and go to a job, or get up in the morning to be able to create our own businesses for whatever reason it may be. The thing is that we have to learn how to use the most important tool that God has given to us. And that tool is thought, our ability to think anything into existence. The Bible also tells us is that we have not because we ask not. You see, when God created us and gave us this ability to think, we don't use it in order to bring forth what we are in need of. And so when we say that, well, there's poverty, there's lack, and there's limitations. So where does poverty, lack, and limitations come from? It comes from our inability to think and create all there is that we may need. So my brothers and sisters, let us learn to use this powerful tool that God has given us and be effective at how we use it. The Bible tells us over there in Romans chapter 12, verse 2, it says, be transformed by the renewing of your minds. So my brothers and sisters, each and every day, you have to learn how to change your thinking. You have to learn how to move forward in this life. You have to stop standing still and then feeling that you are lacking of whatever it may be. You see, the only limitations that you have are the limitations that you place in your own mind. God did not place those limitations on us. God created us perfect in every way. So we have to be able to use that great tool of thought that God has already provided for us. Let us learn to do that. So my brothers and sisters, that is our Wednesday inspirational and motivational message for today. We will continue this conversation in another session. May God bless you, and may God keep you, and may your abundance grow by learning to use what? Your power of thought.